Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your newly elected Chairman of the Board, Gray Nestor.
Go back to the middle. It couldn't be a greater pleasure to hand over the reins to you, my best friend. This organization is getting better as of this minute. It's been awesome to serve beside my best friend in the whole world, Carl Schlottman, and he has been an outstanding leader of this organization and worked tirelessly on behalf of all of us. Let's all give Carl a huge round of applause. So for many of you who don't know, we have a great production company who's working in the back really hard for us, and Ben loves it when I come up with last-minute things. And so, Ben, this is not, don't worry, buddy, we're okay. But there's a very special person somewhere here, at least he told me he was going to be here. And so if he's here, I won't show his picture of him wearing a Ranger shirt. But Bruce, the Yankees called and they've revoked your fan club membership, buddy. Thanks for playing with me for a minute. As I thought about what I wanted to come and talk to you guys about today, what I wanted to accomplish for the next year, I was reminded of a story about a young boy. A boy who had hopes and dreams of being the best that he could be. Like many of you, this boy found this group helping an agency find a new management system. He didn't know anything back then, but there was one agent who took the time to answer any question that he had. That agent would pick up the phone and he would call them and he would ask them how things were going. It didn't matter how stupid his question was, he'd take the time to answer it. Every once in a while, that agent would even pick up the phone and call him to ask him a question, which made him feel valued and a little less of a nuisance. The agent went above and beyond by often telling him things he didn't even know to ask. Dirk Boudreau was that agent, and as you might have figured out by now, I was that boy. 13 years ago, I couldn't have turned on Sajida if it wasn't for Dirk and his agency's help. Today, I'm still here with you because Dirk helped me understand the value of giving back. The importance of a young man's opinion and the importance of listening to the opinions of all people. The importance of this story today is that we're going to take a look into the future. And as we take this opportunity to look into the future, it's often important to look at our past. And today, it's critical to know that all of us should try to be a little more like Dirk. Thank you, Dirk. My reflection started when this users group settled on the NetVU name. My chairmanship was just a year away, and I was and still very am concerned about the future. To me, the name was the first step in this organization's ability to embrace the future, a chance to make this organization even better, to solidify our future by embracing our past. Our future is one that encourages partnership, leadership, and learning across a rapidly changing environment. I'm a Gen Xer, but at times I find myself straddling a generation gap. When I look at my baby boomer parents, I quickly realize I'm not quite like that. My approach to work and family is significantly different. At the same time, I'm not near as entrenched in social media as some of you are, and as all of the Gen Y people that I interact with are. I don't know about you guys, but I can't fathom the thought of 1,000 friends. It is important that we understand what is expected of us from our clients, employees, and carriers as we better understand social media and the data that we own. We need to focus on the ways that our customers want to interact with our businesses. Our world, both personal and professional, is changing on a daily basis. How we communicate, relate, and engage with people around us is driven less by how we do it and more by how they want to do it. The onslaught of social media and the changing internet is a result of the power of the people, many of whom are our customers. And those customers are demanding to interact on their terms. People have the desire to see all information when and how they want. Those people will do business and work for those organizations that can provide that information on their terms. So who are these people? Gen Y, sometimes known as the millennials, and defined by people born between 1980 and 2000, is made up of about 80 million people. And they account for about $200 billion in spending annually. Millennials are the largest growing segment of the population. As you heard from our keynotes, they're still immigrating here today and continue to grow in the U.S. and will far surpass any other generation that we've ever had. This is a great force to be reckoned with. But it's exciting because it's also a tremendous opportunity to be leveraged. As leaders in our agency and our industry, we must address the dual challenge this changing demographic presents. How do we reach that younger generation as both potential employees and prospective clients? We start by having awareness, acknowledging the reality of the future, and building a plan. Now we're going to have a little fun. The people in the NetVU staff have worked very hard to build an app for your smartphone, and they've advised me not to do this, and Vertafore doesn't demo their software on stage, but we're going to try some live software stuff. So if you'll whip out your smartphones for me and get the NetVU app open, we're going to do a little survey, and I'm going to go through this with you. So as you get out that smartphone, you'll launch the NetVU app. You need to go to the home page or the button at the bottom that says Schedule, and you'll see a live poll number 1 and a live poll number 2, and we're going to go ahead and take those polls right now. And as we do that, we're going to actually deliver the live results here today as I'm speaking to you. I can't imagine how difficult this conference would have been if we would not have had this smartphone app. I remember my first conference, and I was lost all the time. I was unable to find the session materials. I wasn't sure who the speaker was. And this app is absolutely incredible. I hope you all have enjoyed this app as much as I have. This app is also critical to what we're talking about here today, because this is something that would be expected of us from some of the generations that we're talking about as we're visiting for this period of time. So as y'all are punching this in, they're tabulating the votes in the back.